Konosuba Season 3 has been announced. Holy crap. I never thought this day would finally come. We finally got another season of Konosuba. Not a movie, not a spin-off, but an actual season with the gang. The gang is back, everyone. Now, I'm very, very excited about this, mostly because watching the Megumin spin-off this season. So this season we got the Megumin spin-off, which I have enjoyed. It's been alright. It's been alright, but it's kind of like after having a main course, you go back to the starter. It's just not as fulfilling. It's okay, but I just don't think Yun and Megumin themselves are enough to carry the show as much as just the OG gang. There's just a chemistry that the gang have all together that makes it work. That just makes the show so good and so magical. So I do think after watching the Konosuba spin-off, I'm like, this is just making me want to watch like actual Konosuba. I don't want another spin-off. I want actual Konosuba, and we're getting it. The gang is back. It's going to be coming out in 2024, and I don't know how much of the light novels or manga or whatever this is going to adapt, but am I correct in assuming that Konosuba has ended now? Has Konosuba ended in terms of the light novels, the original light novels? Because I think it's interesting, because one of my biggest complaints is that with the isekai genre in general is that I can't really think of a modern isekai that has ended. We've all been left on a season 1, or if we're really lucky, a season 2, and then we get nothing more. Whereas, you know, we're looking at something like Attack on Titan, which is airing right now, which is finally coming to an end. So, you know, I believe we're getting to the point where we are getting a lot of seasons into a lot of these isekai that started off as your as your like isekai of the month, isekai of the year kind of thing. And I'm glad that a lot of these shows are actually getting deep runs, and that No Game No Life is actually an outlier, because I would like to see an isekai that does come to an end. All right. I had this thought, right? If Sword Art Online ends, will I get emotional? And I was having this thought earlier in the shower, and I'm like, I would be lying if I said I wouldn't. I think I would get a little emotional knowing that Sword Art Online has come to an end. Like we are just not getting. This is the show that started the current that basically started the current like modern isekai landscape. It was the first kind of like Naruto show that got super that has just stayed with us all of this time and just hasn't ended. And I think it's, if I were a betting man, I think that would be the first one of its kind to come to an end. And I think it would be an end for an era. I think if Sword Art Online ends, it's going to be kind of the end of an era, honestly. For better or worse, you know. And if the ending of Alicization taught us anything, it seems like we are actually going into the last season of Sword Art Online. I think we're going into the last season of Sword Art Online, right? At least that's what I've heard. And one thing that really excites me is that, from what it seems like, the last season of Sword Art Online, or last arc or whatever of Sword Art Online, is going to be like hard sci-fi instead of just fantasy isekai. And that's fucking exciting. That's exciting. I'm excited for more Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online went trigger, and they're going to space, guys. They are going to space. So it's not ended yet. It's still currently being written, but something like Konosuba has come to an end. So if we're getting 3 seasons of Konosuba, I would be a betting man to say we're probably going to see an ending of Konosuba as well, and that's also gonna be pretty fucking emotional to me if we ever see Konosuba end. So yes, I am more excited for more. I'm very excited for more Konosuba. Happy to have the gang back. Basically, Always Sunny in Philadelphia, except in an isekai. It's one of the few comedy animes I actually really enjoy, and most of that is to do with the chemistry of the gang together. So very, very excited about that, and I hope that it doesn't I don't think it will, but I hope the chemistry doesn't get boring, which I don't think it will.